Hey, what's up, guys? So here's a great item that I think will be a pretty good money maker in the near future and definitely later on in the game. It has the simple thing that we got a ton of them when we were doing these divine gifts. They're called wave lunarites and the fire lunarites. The fire lunarites are the reason why I think this wave lunarite is actually going to be worth some money coming up shortly, mainly when obsidian armor comes out. So recently, obsidian weapons, as everyone probably knows, came out, and the demand for obsidian weapons has just been enormous. Those are some great weapons. They're very cheap. They're easy to get, easy to craft, and pretty affordable to everybody. So what happened there, as you can see, wave and fire lunarites were typically around the same price, around 3 to 4 silver each. Fire lunarites now have already jumped up in about a week to 17-ish silver. And you'll see there's not that many on here at the 17 silver mark. Let me jump up to 20. And again, we now go up to 25 in the next page. So these guys are pretty scarce in supply. You may see stacks 100, but that doesn't really mean that much because each lunagem that you create actually takes 10 of these guys. And every piece of armor weapon that you get up to, like, say, celestial status can get like 5 to 7 different lunagem slots. So meaning at the bare minimum, you're going to need at least 50 of these lunarites to put those lunagems in there. And then the lunagems can break as well, and then it destroys everything currently in that weapon or armor. So you can go and burn through a whole bunch of these guys really, really quick. So a stack of 100 is not that many, especially considering if you get, let's say, like a divine weapon, and now it has 7 slots, and you're trying to socket a lot of those things, you're going to blow up quite a few. The fail rate isn't as bad as the regrading, but the fail rate is pretty bad, and you blow up a lot of them. So these things do disintegrate really, really quick, and that's why the prices have skyrocketed up from 3 to 4 silver all the way up here to like 17, 20-ish. And they probably will see a slight increase as well as more people keep pumping out these divine obsidian weapons. And when you upgrade it too, so if you made obsidian tier 1 and you start throwing in these lunagems, when you upgrade it to obsidian tier 2, you're going to lose all those lunagems. You lose everything. So if people are now socketing their obsidian tier 1 weapon or tier 3 or tier 4, whatever, when they upgrade it, they're going to blow all of their lunagems up, and they have to re-socket it again as they progress further in the game. So socketing is a very, very big sink, and you need a ton of these guys. They don't drop that common. They drop fairly common, but for the amount that you need, it's yeah, they're not that easy to come by, because you could easily go through and burn through 500 of these guys like nothing. So I do have a video on socketing, and you can check that out, and I'll link that down below for you so you can see the fail rates. They may be actually changing the socketing feature in the destruction rates. I thought I heard something about that in the last live stream, but again, I'm not certain on that. But yeah, so right now, Fire Lunarite took a big jump because of the obsidian weapons. The Wave Lunarite is still very, very cheap. There's still a decent supply out there. We've been buying quite a bit up. And the coolest part about this is that it's actually really, really close to the NPC sell value. So NPC will buy this for 18 silver. You can buy it for 21 silver. So worst case scenario is that you lose 3 silver on that transaction. That is the absolute worst case scenario. The best case scenario is that it jumps up to, say, 20 silver or 30 silver, and you've now, like, 5-6 times your profits. You've gained a lot of money. Don't think about how it's a small little number in silver, but you've 6 times your money, or even higher if it jumps up that high. If we were to buy all the fire lunarites before the obsidian patch, we would have made 4 times our money. Whatever amount of money that we spent on it, we would have like quadrupled it right now. And the prices are still steadily rising. So obsidian items had a great impact on this, and also with the new Archeum supply coming in, with the Archeum events, with the increased drop rate in the Jesters and the other coin purses, we're going to see a lot more Archeum. So I think that the supply of these lunarites are going to get a lot scarcer. People are going to have decent weapons, they're going to have armor and gear, and now they're not going to be like relying on begging for Archeum, and they're going to have that. So what they're going to be begging for now is the lunagem stuff to increase your strength. The regrades are fairly cheap right now. Everything's fairly cheap, so the only thing that's left to do once you have a good weapon, a good armor, you have it regraded up, is to socket those lunagems. And those things, if that's the only thing that you have left to do in the game to make yourself stronger, of course you're going to put as much money as possible in to do that. And with right now, they're pretty much pennies on the dollar. They're really, really cheap. So as it progresses, I can see these things getting very, very expensive. And we touched on this before. Some of the specialty ones, like the Cellerite, which makes your run speed increase, is actually very, very expensive. You only need one of these guys, but you can see it's at 28 gold per one of these little dusts. So the prices are already jumping up on these things. And I think it's just a matter of time where before the fire and the wave, the basic components actually jump up as well. So again, the wave is a great, great value in my opinion, because the worst case scenario, you can sell it to the NPC for 3 silver. And there's a tremendous upside. It may not happen overnight, but definitely when obsidian armor comes out, these things will be very, very valuable, because the wave is mainly for armor type gear. The fire one is for weapons mainly, and so we've already seen a pretty nice increase. But of course, as more people max out their obsidian weapons, get them to tier 5 and tier 6, they're going to start socketing like crazy. And people are already socketing like crazy at tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. And again, when they upgrade, it loses all of those lunagems, so they have to redo it.